The following wrestling simulation requires discretionary viewer participation. Welcome to another exciting edition of Championship Wrestling. All these matches are sanctioned and supervised by the Steam Workshop Alliance, courtesy of Fire Pro Wrestling World and the Carlzilla Mod Pack. I am Benoit, and we're kicking off this week's edition with a singles match as the Cuban Assassin is going up against Kevin Nash. Now, when it comes to Kevin Nash, you might know him as Big Sexy. But he did go by Diesel in the World Wrestling Federation, and it just so happens that The Undertaker has been going through all of his former WrestleMania opponents. Recently, The Undertaker defeated King Kong Bundy, whom he defeated at WrestleMania 11. And up next would be Kevin Nash, who, like I mentioned, went by the moniker Diesel when they faced off at WrestleMania 12 in 1996. So prior to this match, Kevin Nash had some comments. One of which was that if The Undertaker wants Diesel, he will get Big Daddy Cool. Yes, it will be Diesel going up against The Undertaker very soon. Leg is hooked. Almost got the victory there over the Cuban Assassin, who has to jump up to deliver that headbutt to the massive 7-foot frame of Big Sexy Kevin Nash. Nash quickly fights back. Side slam. Ooh, he's taken down with a drop kick there by the Cuban Assassin, who goes in for the choke, which is not legal. He'll have to a count of 5 to break it, otherwise he's going to be disqualified. Well, Nash showing off his strength there with a military press. You know, he loves to use that big power bomb he calls the jackknife. One has to suspect it's only going to be a matter of time before he delivers that there to the Assassin. Hey, but give the Cuban some credit. He is fighting back. Oh, we have a collision in the ring as Nash runs into the referee. Well, he delivers a straight left hand there to the Cuban Assassin as the ref is down. And a big boot. The referee calls for the bell. I believe he's disqualifying the Cuban Assassin. So Kevin Nash is going to pick up a win, and he does not even have to use the power bomb to obtain it. Up next, we have the magnificent Muraco going up against Sting, who is back body dropped over the top rope to the outside. Since losing to The Undertaker back at New Year's Day, though, Sting has been on a tear. Look at that, delivering a pile driver there to the Magnificent One. Don Muraco also had a pretty good showing in the Gold Rush tournament himself, but lost to Randy Savage in the semifinal. Now, both men are going one-on-one here today because they want to be in the running to challenge Stone Cold Steve Austin. Don Muraco, former WWF Intercontinental Champion. Matter of fact, I believe he might have been the second ever Intercontinental Champion, if memory serves me right. 10 count being administered to Sting. I think Muraco was the one who dethroned Pat Patterson for that championship back in, what, 79 or 80? I'd have to go back and look at the history books for that. Nice hip toss there by the Hawaiian. Sting comes back with a... Ooh! Drop toe hold. Oh, he locks in the Scorpion Deathlock. Is Muraco going to submit? No, he does not. Those are some massive legs there, massive thighs. And to get wrapped around there for that Scorpion. Nice back body drop. Now we have a strike exchange between the two men. Oh, he goes up for that tombstone. Same thing The Undertaker did to Sting at New Year's Day. But it's not enough to keep Sting down here. Pile driver for pile driver. You know, I believe Gorilla Monsoon used to refer to that tombstone as a inverted or reverse pile driver. Muraco's won many a matches with that, as has Sting with the Scorpion Deathlock. Got a Samoan drop there from a non-Samoan, so I guess we'll call that simply a drop. Now they're fighting on the outside hip toss. Ooh. Northern Larry. Oh, another Scorpion Deathlock, but you're not going to get the submission out here. It will not count if Don Muraco says uncle outside of the ring. Sting might want to get back in. Otherwise, he risks being counted out. Oh, going for that tombstone again. And Sting has been knocked out cold. Don Muraco gets the victory over Sting via knockout. Thanks to that tombstone pile driver. It's time for tag team competition, as we got the Powers of Pain, that being the Barbarian and the Warlord, who are teaming up for the first time here, thanks to Paul Jones there, going up against the Brothers Mulkey, Bill and Randy. Bill is starting things off here with the Barbarian. Now, we haven't seen the Barbarian or Warlord in months, as they both lost to Bill Goldberg in singles competition. But now they're back and teaming here together. Now, they were former NWA World Six-Man Tag Team Champions and quite a force to be reckoned with back in the World Wrestling Federation, despite not being WWF champions. But we already have a men's champion. We're soon to have a singles women's champion. As I mentioned before, we are going to have a tournament starting. Matter of fact, the tournament is going to start next week to determine the inaugural SWA Women's Champion. But the tag team division here is really taking shape, and it's only going to be a matter of time before we decide to figure out just who is the best team. Tag into the Warlord there. Takes down the much smaller Mulkey with an arm drag. Oh, Mulkey goes for a quick roll-up, but no. Not even able to get a one count as Warlord is way too close to those ropes. Mulkey's actually got a, hey, Zach, how's it going? Oh, big jumping. Big jumping, Destiny's Child vertical suplex there. The Mulkeys actually did get a win on NWA television. I don't remember who it was they got the victory over, but I'm sure I could go look it up real quick. But why they signed on for this match, whew, I have no idea. I hope they have good health insurance. If I could be a voice actor for any old or new animated movie for a decent salary, what would I choose? Really? Mulkey reversing that suplex. Oh, man. What would I want to be a voiceover for? What film? Well, you say movie, so TV show wouldn't count. Mulkey ducks the clothesline. Tags back into the Barbarian, who's had multiple tag team partners other than the Warlord. Uh-oh. Oh! Randy Mulkey fighting back. That might have been a mistake. I would have liked to have been a voice actor for the Boondocks. And the bear hug. The Warlord's not even trying to get involved. He sees the Barbarian has things clearly under control. Mulkey runs over. Oh, this is... I love tag team wrestling here in Fire Pro Wrestling World. Who doesn't love the sim? Multiple headbutts there. Ouch. Tag back into... Oh! The Bill Mulkey. We have a number of different managers here in Fire Pro. Of course, we got Paul Jones, the Fabulous Moolah, Mr. Fuji, Paul Ellering. A lot of managers here wanting to bring their clients in. Up. Oh! Got a full Nelson modified camel clutch. Now a Boston Crab there on the Warlord. Running power slam. Warlord's thinking about what he's going to do next. Decides he's going to take him out with a diving shoulder. But Mulkey's to his feet first, which is always weird. Tags back out to his brother. Leg is hooked. 2. Oh. No wonder the other Mulkey did not run in there to try to make the save. He felt confident in his brother. Ow. Backbreaker. It's a lot of power there. No, the Warlord. There's no way he's not on the juice. Steroids are legal here in Fire Pro Wrestling. Barbarian back in. Barbarian in both the WWF, the NWA back in the day, and then WCW. Cover. 1, 2. These Mulkeys have a lot of faith in one another. And it's kind of sweet when you think about it. Oh, what a high kick. Is this Double Dragon? Diving elbow is dodged. Not as pretty as Randy Savage. But that definitely would have put an end here to the Mulkeys' debut on Fire Pro. Waist lock down to a double axe handle rather. Iron Giant or Anastasia. I don't know if I've seen either one of those films. Mulkey fighting back. Nice shot to the kidney. And a shoulder tackle takes down the much larger Warlord. These Mulkeys, they definitely got the fire in them. What a drop kick. Oh, but just like that, Warlord takes down Mulkey. And he does it again, bringing him to the center of the ring with that bulldog. Reverse. Reverse. Barbarian tagged back in. Nice high kick there to the side of the head. What's he doing now? Diving elbow again? No, diving headbutt instead. That's got to be all. 1, 2, it's academic. Mulkey doesn't even want to try to break up that pin. The powers of pain are victorious here on this week's Championship Wrestling. Next, we may have a bit of an MMA showcase here as a couple of martial artists are going at it as Jerry Flynn is taking on the world's most dangerous man, Ken Shamrock. Shamrock made his debut here in Fire Pro via the Gold Rush tournament where he was embarrassed by how quickly he lost to Randy Savage via a knockout in the tournament. Recently, Shamrock has challenged Randy Savage, saying he has got a lucky shot, but next time he won't be so lucky. We've yet to hear a response from the Macho Man, but I suppose we will in due time. The Macho Man is never a man of too few words. But right now, Shamrock's going to have to do a little bit more as Jerry Flynn is really taking it to him in the early portions of the match. Flynn goes for the first cover of the match, only gets a 1. Jerry Flynn didn't really accomplish a whole lot in professional wrestling, whereas Ken Shamrock was, of course, the 1998 King of the Ring, which is what got him into the Gold Rush tournament here. But he was also a former Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion, and can't forget, a former NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Plus, he also was a King of Pancrase and the first Super Fight champion in the UFC, back when the UFC didn't have any rules. That kind of goes to what Shamrock was saying before, that Randy Savage may be a great professional wrestler, but... Ooh! If they ever squared off in the octagon, it'd be a whole different story. We have a striking contest going on here. Jerry Flynn is currently very much in control of this match, which is a bit surprising to me. I would have put him as an underdog here in this competition. Knee there to the chest. Now Shamrock is starting to seize control. Of course, he's working over that knee. You know, Shamrock does like to apply that ankle lock submission. Also known for a belly-to-belly. Very similar to Magnum TA back in the 80s. Except Angles is more of a, or rather Shamrock's is more of a high angle. Speaking of submissions, we got a cross arm breaker there by Flynn. Be a good way to nullify the strength in the arms to just go and break him. He locks it in again. Shamrock refuses to give, though. He will not submit. Ooh, spinning back chop. Shamrock really hasn't had an opportunity to come out of the gates here. He's just taking a beating. Every once in a while, he gets a little bit in, but right now, if we were basing this on points, he would definitely be behind. Nice Frankensteiner. Oh, and a belly-to-belly throw. Overhead, he tosses Flynn. Now we're starting to see a bit of a flurry there come from the world's most dangerous man. Or I spoke too soon. Flynn's getting right back in control, shutting off that momentum. Arm breaker again. Shamrock has to wiggle his way to the ropes. Notice his shoulder is starting to drop. Flynn might get an upset here. Flynn. Wasn't that the name of the main character from the first Tron? I believe that was Jeff Bridges' character. Belly to belly. Sometimes a prelude to the ankle lock, but not right now. He went for the waist, but Flynn was able to Hit him directly on the bridge of the nose there with that back elbow. And Flynn follows up with a spinning heel kick in the corner. Those educated feet. Hip toss. Flynn says it's over with. This be a hell of a debut here in Fire Pro to get a victory over Ken Shamrock. Ooh, what a nice spin kick to the back of the head. There's no protection against that. Both men double knocker right by the corner. Referee decides not to administer the 10 count. Shamrock gets to his feet first. Lets Flynn think about everything he's done with that delayed vertical suplex. Short arm clothesline there. Another belly to belly. Almost tosses Jerry Flynn out of the ring. But Flynn fights back. This match is a 20-minute time limit. It could very well go the distance. Cross arm breaker again, but Shamrock is clearly in the ropes. Hooks that head quickly for a DDT. Good countermeasure. High angle backdrop. And Shamrock drags Flynn to the center of the ring, where he goes for that ankle lock. Flynn does not want to give up. He knows what it could mean here to defeat Ken Shamrock. Ooh, Flynn raped his neck right across that top rope. Another belly to belly. Oh, thought he might go for the ankle lock again. Didn't work the first time, so I think he wants to weaken that leg a little bit more. Up, second time. And Jerry Flynn submits. Ken Shamrock is victorious this week on Championship Wrestling. I look forward to hearing what Randy Savage has to say about the challenge that was issued to him. It's the ray of it's the ray of sunshine, Sumi Sakai, going up against Velvet Sky, representing the beautiful people. And now it is time to talk about the tournament that's actually going to be starting next week to determine the inaugural SWA Women's Champion. Well, it does start next week. It will reach its conclusion on Mother's Day, that being Sunday, May 10th. Now, it's going to be a 12-women tournament. 4 women have already qualified for the tournament and received a bye to the second round. Them being Rhea Ripley, Gail Kim, Sherry Martel, and Wendy Richter. Next week, we'll find out which 4 women will join them as we kick off the first round of the ladies' tournament. 8 women, first round, 4 matches. And one has to think that the outcome of this match will also determine which one of these ladies, if they even make it into that tournament. These 2 first faced off weeks and weeks ago in a 6-women tag team match with the beautiful people defeated the team of Alice in Danger, Sumi Sakai, and Mickie James. Is there a chance we'll see any one of those aforementioned names in the tournament? Possibly. Although, as we already stated, it's going to be Sherry Martel, Wendy Richter, Rhea Ripley, and Gail Kim advancing to the second round. We'll see them on Mother's Day. How appropriate that on Mother's Day we have a tournament to crown the first ever SWA Women's Champion. Oh, Fisherman's Buster onto Velvet Sky. That could be it. Sumi decides not to go for the cover. Okay. She did that time, though, with a backdrop, but Velvet was able to get her hand under the ropes. It's not a matter of necessarily touching the rope. Oh! 1, 2, 3. Oh, really? I thought that would have been all right there. Velvet Sky kicked out at 2. Unbelievable. Velvet with a flying clothesline onto Sumi, who retired not too long ago. I believe she retired just last year, 2025. I don't remember what her last match was, though. Oh, Velvet hits her own roll the dice before just dropping Sumi's head right on top of her knee. Arm drag by the beautiful one. And a forearm there. Sumi might be out. Not enough, though. Gonna have a strike exchange right by the corner. Velvet gets to her feet first. Velvet has retired from the ring. Last I know, she still does commentary for the NWA, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've watched any NWA. Ooh, flapjack. Makes a man want some pancakes. 2, 3. Oh, no. Sumi kicks out again at 2.9. Oh, Doki used the redemption. That's not going to show up here. Doesn't matter. We'll have to play it for them later on here. Mongolian chop. Oh! Sumi taking it to Velvet. And Velvet says, give me some more. Can Sumi kick out again? She does. Yeah, you hear the sound, but not the video. Sumi goes for the cover herself, but barely gets a 2 count. These ladies know what's at stake with that women's tournament starting next week. Drop kick there by Sumi Sakai. I'm going to give you those points back, Doki, so you can do it again when we have the retro TV up. Nice scoop slam. Snap mirror takeover. Follows it up with a stinging kick and a figure 4 leg lock. Velvet gets the submission there over Sumi Sakai. And that's going to be all for this week's edition of Championship Wrestling. I am Benoit signing off. Remember, next week starts the women's tournament, so keep on simming.